let's play a game.
Okay.
Magnificent 80s trivia.
Okay.
Quiz. And maybe between us we can get these right. I don't know if we are or not.
Well, I enjoyed the Star Trek quiz. That was fun.
It was, and I enjoyed it as well. I really did. And
I was surprised that I got any right.
Well, I enjoy trivia. Every Wednesday I try to go over Life with Mountain Folk and play theirs. And we'll look at
what's
what
the first question.
The first question is, and I don't know how this is 80s related.
I can't see.
This says you can play it in timed quiz game or as shown below. Scroll through the bottom to get the answer key. The first question is, where would I find Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, and Joe DiMaggio all in one place?
I'm going to say the history of baseball in the 1950s.
I'm going to say Legends of the 50s.
All right. Well, it seems like a song to me. It ain't. I think we can agree it's not going to be Communists of Note and Standing, because I don't think.
Well, Harry Truman wouldn't fall under that category, I don't believe.
Right. And so, history of baseball in the 50s.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, DiMaggio and I don't know. What is Red China? I mean, other than the country.
That's what it's referring to.
That's what they called it back in the day.
There's a song that talks about all those things.
Really? Is the name of the song The Storm Front?
You know that song, It's the End of the World as we know it.
Yeah.
And I feel fine. Hey, good to see you, Craig.
I'm still saying Legends of the 50s.
Okay. And what did you say, Jerry?
I said that it's the history of the baseball of the 50s.
All right, I'm going to click on the Storm Front.
Okay.
Just because I think that may be the name of the song or something.
It could be.
I don't know. We'll find out in a few minutes, though. In the 1980s, the birth of the video game, this all-time selling book, Coin Op, was inspired by a pizza with a piece missing. Is it Pac-Man?
Pac-Man. Yep.
Pac-Man.
Okay. So we will go Pac-Man. All right. The 90s was all about Who Shot Mr. Burns, but in 1981, someone...
Simpsons.
Who was it?
Simpsons.
No. It was Sue Ellen.
Mr. Burns is on The Simpsons.
Yeah, but we're not talking about The Simpsons. We're talking about...
We want to know who shot JR.
JR. That was on... that was inspired... that was inspired. Hey, Lily, I'm sorry that
maybe it was Kristen. I think it was Kristen.
I don't know.
It wasn't Sue Ellen. It was
watch it. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, I watched the crap out of Dallas.
Does anybody know who shot JR?
She should be arrested by now.
It was either Sue Ellen or Kristen. I think it was Kristen.
Read the whole question. All right. The 90s was all about who shot Mr. Burns. But in 1981, someone shot J.R. Ewing.
They sure did.
Who was it?
And he deserved it, too.
Craig said he thought it was Sue Ellen. All right. That's what we'll go with. Sue Ellen. That's what we got clicked.
Okay.
On December the 8th, 1980, John Lennon was gunned down and killed outside his New York City apartment by a deranged fan. Who was the assassin? We've got Jimmy Arthurs, Mark Chapman. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Let's see who that was.
All right. In 1985, which drinks company tried to launch a new world to the world a new world flavor? I'm pretty sure that was Coca-Cola.
It was Coca-Cola, wasn't it?
Yeah, they tried new Coke and it sucked.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't like Coke anyways, but
I'm not a fan either. I like my tea.
All right. In January the 28th, 1986, the world awakens to the news of the space shuttle.
Space shuttle Columbia.
Now,
okay, Columbia.
I saw it from my back porch, but
really,
Yeah, when I lived in Florida, my husband called me. My oldest daughter was 3 weeks old, and he called me and said, "Go look out the back door." And I look up, and there, the smoke thing, the V shape in the sky. And I saw it, and I said, "What is that?" He said, "The space shuttle blew up." I said, "Are you kidding me?"
It's amazing that they didn't have more of that happening, but back in Apollos and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. Yeah.
So,
All right.
1 out of 60 years ain't bad.
Question number 7. A famous picture, 1989, a lone protester blocking the path of a tank. Where? That was Tiananmen
Square.
Wasn't that Tiananmen
Square?
Yeah. What year did Chernobyl nuclear disaster take place?
82.
All right. The options are 82, 85, 84, and 86.
I could be wrong about that, y'all.
Well, has anybody got any other, nuke coke?
It seems like it was before I was out of high school, and I graduated high school in 83.
Hey, you're right, Craig. You don't mess with Coca-Cola. I graduated in 83 as well, Charlotte.
Yeah, see, didn't that happen before high school was over?
I think so.
I was already out of high school. I can't help that. I was in the military. I've been in and out of the military by then.
Which of these?
Okay. Which one of these actors didn't star in the cult movie The Breakfast Club? Rob Lowe, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Michael Anthony Hall. I'm pretty sure that's Rob Lowe.
Rob
Lowe did too, didn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was not in that one, I don't think.
Taking a test?
Yeah,
taking a test.
Where it's a quick trivia quiz.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're picking out the ones we think it is. In 1982, a shocking new disease was given a name: AIDS. What is an
acquired immune deficiency?
The first one, yeah.
Acquired immune deficiency syndrome.
Okay, well, let me read out the other. Abnormal.
You don't need to. I know it's acquired immune deficiency syndrome.
Okay.
He's right. It is.
I know. I was still.
I was going to ask if you had it.
Well, no. When it comes to devil dog, though, sometimes I just want to give all the options.
I get it.
Whatever.
All right. What would the 1980s be without Michael Jackson? What name did he give his estate? Neverland.
Yep.
We all know that.
The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons was a TV comedy representing a fluid African-American middle-class family in 1975. What?
Oh, my.
I heard some naughty language.
I did, too.
Which similar show followed their success in 1984? Different Strokes, Cosby Show, Three in the Middle of the Brady Bunch.
Cosby Show.
Well, the Cosby Show?
I think so.
I think it's Different Strokes.
Yeah, but that was a 70s show.
Different Strokes, though, was all about, that
was the white man that adopted the two.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Different Strokes with Arnold and Willis.
Right.
Was he becoming a representative? Which similar show followed 1984?
No.
Hold on. No. Okay, it would be the Cosby Show, because the Cosby Show was about Cliff Huxtable and his family, and they were a middle to upper class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different Strokes was a comedy.
Yeah. I don't remember Three in the Middle.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
On the 1st May 1982, the biggest naval action, Devil Dog might have been in the military back then.
No, I didn't go in the 80s. I was in middle school in 82.
Okay.
I didn't graduate till 90. That was 8 years afterwards.
The biggest naval action to take
you
place
were in like
Second
8th
World War.
grade, 9th grade at the time. The biggest naval action to take place since Second World War erupted. More than 1,000 men lost their lives, Where did this action take place?
In Grenada.
Yeah.
Grenada.
Yeah, it was like hold on. It was like
It's
the
something.
bombings in Beirut or the Beirut but that's naval action.
Well, it's some kind of islands. Something islands.
I want to say Wake Islands.
Maybe.
That was
What's
I don't know.
Galapagos, maybe?
I
don't
doubt
know.
it. There ain't nothing there. Except penguins.
Well, no, Grenada is part of
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Grenada is part of the Galapagos Islands.
Okay, well, let's try Galapagos. I'm just guessing at that. I'm probably misspelling it, and obviously I am.
It's all right.
That's okay.
It'll give us the answer. We'll know if we were right or not.
That's right. Spell checker will help.
By 84.
By 1984,
8 million.
the world hits
8
a
billion.
new milestone.
8
World's
billion.
population.
8 billion?
Yeah, I think it's 8 billion.
I don't think so. I think it's 5 billion.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong. It's only now around 8 or 9 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot, I thought China had about 25 of them. 25 billion of them.
40 years ago. So I'm pretty sure about that. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Why is 5 highlighted? Because I think it's 5 billion. I don't know why it's highlighted other than, when you move this down, it has a tendency to highlight the stuff up above it.
Oh, yeah. You got to kind of click off of it first.
I think. In early 1980s, well, let me make sure I'm not. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything on here. In the early 1980s, saw a new format launch into the market and change the way we would buy music forever. Who's credited
CDs.
with inventing
1980s CDs?
Panasonic is compact disc.
Is it? I was going to say Sony.
Nope, it's Panasonic.
Because it's Sony Walkmans.
Yeah.
No, Sony Walkmans were taped, though. They weren't.
Right.
Well, you know what?
CD, was they?
Both. I mean, I think it started out as tapes and then it became CD Walkmans. But I think you might be right, Jerry.
All right, back. I'll put the dog out. Keep talking. I can hear you.
I think it is. Well, I'll have to make sure I stay up here so I don't.
I'm pretty sure it's Panasonic because they were the first one. They had the laser discs first too.
Okay. Research scientist Dr. Spence Silver developed an unusual glue that did not stick very strongly when coated onto tape backings. What product did this adhesive launch into everyday use? Did not stick very strongly.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, Post-it notes. That sounds. We're gonna go with Post-it notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say silly putty, but Post-it notes is everyday use. Silly putty's not.
Silly putty was around in the 60s anyway.
And that's true. Yeah.
I think silly putty was also in the 50s.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
So, in 1989, what significant event took place marking the end of the Cold War? The fall of the Berlin
Wall.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yes, we can.
All right. David Bowie saw this as early as 1969 as the future of music. It was visuals and music combined. In 1981, which TV medium had emerged to change the face of popular music forever?
MTV.
MTV, yeah.
And I'm not even there looking at it.
Wait a minute. Okay. 81. Yeah, MTV. Or music videos.
I remember a friend of mine had Robert Clausen when I was living in Houston we moved there in 1981 and was there in 82. Somewhere in that area, I stayed over at my friend's house and stayed up all night watching MTV. We had been That's beside the point. What crashed and sparked fear of recession across the USA in October 1987? Was it the Pan Am 103, U.S. Marine Headquarters in Lebanon, Korean airline flight KL007, or the Dow Jones Index?
It was probably the Dow Jones, but it could have been the Marine headquarters in Lebanon. No,
By the way,
that was earlier than that.
Craig, I'm sorry, so sorry. I have not added you as a moderator. I've been derelict in my duties. Oh, hey, Cat. Hey, Cat Lynn. Sorry, I've been derelict in my duties, and you are now, both of you are now, what you call them, moderators.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Numis Maniac, too. I need to make him a moderator.
But my
Yeah,
answer is the
eventually
Dow
wrong.
Jones.
87.
Devil Dog, when did the Marine headquarters get blown up in Lebanon?
Hey, Cat Lynn, I'm sorry.
What year was that?
That should be my young lady.
I don't remember. It was in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it was it 80s. I was in high school in 87, so.
Well,
I think it was earlier than that.
Wasn't it during the Carter administration?
I think that was I think it's going to be the Dow Jones, because that's when isn't that when Reagan took the reins?
Yeah, and it's well, he took the reins in 84, but it took a while for everything to trickle down.
It was 83. It was 83 when the Marines barracks got, or headquarters. Yeah, barracks got.
I thought it was earlier 80s.
Yeah.
And the Dow Jones is basically the stock market.
Yeah. So it's either Korean airline flight KAL007, or I think it's going to be the Pan Am flight 103.
That's what I was thinking it was too.
You think?
I think so, because I remember something more about that than I do the others.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just guessing. Who knows? One of the belt loops, other channels. Well, thank you. I appreciate you dropping that for me, Gandalf. I really do. And I'm trying to look at both. Catlin says Dow Jones, she thinks. I think, though, that was after that happened before. Because if one of anyhow, I'm just thinking the timing doesn't work.
Right.
Which one of these is not a 1980s invention?
Prozac.
The Apple II, Nintendo, Cabbage Patch Kids, or Prozac?
Prozac.
Really?
Yep.
I was going to say that too.
Okay. Well, if y'all think it's Prozac, then we'll go with Prozac.
But I'm struggling between the Apple II and the Prozac.
Apple II came out in the 80s.
Did it?
Yep.
Did
and so and Nintendo also did, because it was
my daughter had 80s. One.
And the Cabbage Patch was early 80s. So I'm pretty sure it's Prozac.
80s. Prozac.
Good to see you, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
All right. Well, we're going to go with Prozac.
Okay.
All right.
And the percentage is right is?
Well, let's see. Submit my answers. Right on the first one. The second one was wrong on Sue Ellen. It was Kristen Shepard.
Yep.
I didn't watch the show, so I wouldn't have known that.
Next.
Right.
She's the one he was messing with, and he was married to Sue Ellen, the one that y'all picked. And Kristen was Sue Ellen's niece or something. And JR was messing with Kristen, but she was a grown woman. She was real pretty too. And Sue Ellen found out about it. And after all the evil things he had already done to her, all the whole decades of that show, or decade of it, she decided to shoot him, and she did.
Well, I didn't watch it. You know, we could have benefited from having Shooting Star Mississippi here.
Yeah.
That. He's a little bit older than I am, and maybe he would know.
Bruce.
we're thankful you're here now, though, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
What's the next one?
Yeah, move along, Gary.
Oh, we got that one right.
Yeah. It
Coca-Cola?
was Coca-Cola. We were wrong
Good.
about being
It
named
was a Challenger.
You know, I thought
Oh,
it was a Challenger.
Challenger.
I thought it was too, but Devil Dog was on Columbia, so I thought it was Challenger though.
My mind went completely blank. I didn't even have an answer.
He sounded so positive. So, famous picture, 1989, lone protester was Tiananmen Square.
Mm-hmm.
We were wrong about Chernobyl. It was not 82. It was an 86.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Ain't no big deal. 54% of players answered this correctly.
Okay.
That means 46 didn't. So we're in the 46 part.
Which actor didn't star in the cult movie The Breakfast Club? We were right. It was not Rob Lowe. 70% of the players got that correct.
Mm-hmm.
The shocking new disease, AIDS, Devil Dog, was 100% right.
Yep.
93% of the people got that right. Michael Jackson, Neverland, 96% of the people got that right, and we were right. The Jeffersons comedy, The Cosby Show, 87% got that right. The biggest naval action, more than 1,000 men lost their lives. It was the Galapagos.
It was the Falkland Islands.
Falkland. That's
now,
right.
That was a long time ago.
Only 52% of the people got that right, though.
Mm-hmm.
We did get it right. It was, in fact, in 1984, the world population hit a new milestone. It was 5 billion people. Only 45% of players answered that correctly.
Wow.
In
Philips and Sony.
It was Philips and Sony.
Dang, only 17% got that right.
All right. Well, we blame you on that.
Charlotte said Sony.
Charlotte had it right.
I fell in that group of the 17 of the 83 that got it wrong.
It's not because I knew for sure. I was just doing deduction.
That's okay. Research scientist, doctor, we got it right. It was Post-it notes.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the people got that right. In 1989, significant of the fall of the Berlin Wall, we all knew that.
91 got it right. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised that so many got it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, 8%, 9%. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
9% got that wrong. David Bowie, MTV, 79% got that right.
Only 79?
Yeah, I was wrong about it being Pan Am Flight 103.
Dow Jones.
And let's see, it was over here. Who was that? That Kim, Kat Lynn said that it was the Dow Jones, and she was right, and I was wrong.
Apple II wasn't made in the 80s?
How do you like that? Apple II was not created in the 80s. It was created in 1979.
That's why. Okay.
Or the Prozac was not. It was in Apple II was
79.
Wait a minute. Apple II was invented. How was that make it in the 80s though?
That's what I want to know because that's 79.
It was said what was not made in the 80s. It was made 1979.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I started studying. I started
80s.
studying DOS in 1982, so I figured it was on an Apple II.
Well, I need to file a complaint with that one because it. I don't know.
It was kind of a trick question.
Well, it's saying 79. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was later.
I did too.
But we got 13 out of 20 correct.
Not bad for a bunch of old fogies who lived through it.
You can't remember it.
Well, that's what happens when you get to be an old fogey. Your memory fades.
That's right.
My pleasure, Craig. You're 43, Luke. Okay, so that was a little bit before your time, I expect. You were pretty young. Real young.
Luke was real young. Yeah.
We could
Luke's
do
younger than my
it happened in
oldest
the
son.
80s. Well, how long we been live now?
136, 137 and 3 seconds.
Okay, we got plenty of time.
Oh, we should do 64.
Okay. I don't
Just
know
to
what that
see
is.
how. Oh, it says it's difficult though.
Well, let's try an easier one. 1980.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. All right, this is a 1980s time capsule. It's supposed to be easy, dealing with certain fad items in the 1980s. All right, first question. The first team we removed from time capsule was a very influential album. Pictured the artist reclined in a white suit and it featured PYT and Billie Jean. Well, we all know that is Beat It or Thriller. Beat It. All right.
I think it was Beat It. I think.
Well, I know that Michael
Thriller
Jackson
had the monster face on it, didn't it?
Yeah, Thriller. He was in red.
thing.
He was in red. The red.
So is it
right.
Beat It or Thriller?
I think it's Beat It. That's my final answer. But y'all go ahead and I'm not the authority here.
I'm not the authority on Michael Jackson, but in Thriller,
All
I'm pretty
right.
sure he was wearing a red suit.
Okay, that makes sense to me. And Craig says, yeah, Thriller was dark. A month from today, Cat Lynn turns 44. Happy birthday. I bet I'm the first one to tell you happy birthday, too.
And a month early.
Yeah, well, of
A
course.
month early.
Hey, at least then I won't forget it. I already said it. Now. Another fad item removed from the time capsule was the bane of many people's existence during the 1980s. It was, I already know what this is.
Yeah, me too.
The Rubik's Cube.
Yep.
Darn right it was. That stinking thing. I never solved it.
I could solve it. I could take it apart and put it back together.
That don't count.
This late 1980s, early 1990s fad item came from capsule, was eventually taken off the market because of the metal edges of this colorful yet violent jewelry proved to be too sharp enough to draw blood. Jelly anklets, slap bracelets, mood rings, choker necklaces.
Slap bracelet. No, that's not.
I don't have
No.
a clue.
Slap bracelets, I think.
Slap bracelets are recent, I think. I don't think they were.
No, they're
around
not.
in the 80s.
My daughter had one when she was a little girl.
In the
And
80s?
she's 37 now. She was born in 86.
Well,
They
she
were
was
made of
real
metal.
little then.
Let's
They're
see.
still out there, so they're not taking off.
Yeah,
the
they are
market.
still out there, but they're made of different stuff now.
Right now,
Back
I
in the
think
day,
that,
they were metal. Now they're plastic.
well, we're going to go with Charlotte because I don't know. I don't have a clue on that one. So we're going to go with Charlotte. And I think I remember seeing something about that way back when.
I think so too.
I don't remember the 1990s. I remember the 80s, but I don't remember the 90s.
What are you
This
doing in
was
the
the
90s?
I must have been sleeping through the 90s.
This is the 80s. Ain't that in the 80s? Hold on, what did it say?
Well,
Yeah, it says in late 1980s, not 90s.
in the early 1990s is what 80s
No,
and
it
90s.
says in the late 80s, 1980s.
And
Yeah.
in the early
Early
1990s.
1990s. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the Marine Corps in 1990s.
Yeah, you got out in 93, didn't you, Devil Dog?
Yep.
I know the answer to this one. I don't have a doubt whatsoever in my mind about it, but I'll read it and let y'all. If y'all,
Okay.
the 1980s saw the birth of music video. To represent that, I placed a cassette tape of the first song played on the MTV in 1981.
No clue.
I
Video
know-
killed the radio star.
That's right, by the Buggles. I knew that one. So that's what we're going with. This fad we pulled out of the time capsule. I'm gonna quit reading the stuff about the time capsule. It features stuffed animals a TV series, and 3 movies originally based on greeting card characters. Some of the heroes of the series had names like Tenderheart, Grumpy, Cheer, Birthday.
Care Bears.
Care Bears.
Care Bears.
All right, Care Bears. All right, Nicole. All right, here, go
Play
get
what
it.
I can.
This entertainment console series developed.
Sorry. Hold on.
All right.
Finish the story. I don't know. Hold on.
Was a staple for kids in the 1980s, at least until Nintendo.
Yeah, Atari.
Yeah, Atari.
All right,
Definitely.
My cousin had one of those.
I had one of them too.
I had an Atari as well.
Next out of the 1980s time capsule was a packet of these collector cards designed to I remember. I know this one. Designed to parody the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids,
wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. All right. The next set of items we removed from the time capsule was a set of Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses wrapped in military dog tags. An obvious tribute
Top
to
Gun.
which 1986 Tony Scott movie?
Top
Gun.
That's right. All right. Well, the other options are Bull Durham, Dick Tracy, and 16 Candles. Top Gun. That's right. And Kat Lynn's killing it over here. She's getting all these things right.
Good.
She's doing the same things we are. This 1988, and it looks like Craig is too. He remembers them being banned. Care Bears garbage. All right. This 1980s fad was hollowed out Mexican clay pot shaped like an animal and covered with
Chia Pet. Hold on. Covered with what? Let me read.
You're right.
He's right. Chia Pet's
You're right.
Well, see, I'm not even reading. I'm not even looking over there. I'm playing on my phone and listening to Gary read. So.
And you can still get them, I think, but they look different.
Yeah,
They're
you can still
people's heads, and it grows hair.
They got all kinds of things out now.
Yeah.
Seeds of Salvia hispanica. The original design was shaped like a ram, and that is Chia Pet, I think.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. This colorful watch brand with plastic straps.
Oh! I know this. Hold on. What's the answer? Swatch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let me finish the question.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
no race. It's not a race.
1982, 83, American kids would sometimes wear multiple watches at the same time. I can't believe, when I was a kid, we couldn't afford things like a Swatch watch. How could, it just.
You weren't a kid when Swatch watches come out. You were an adult already.
Hey, I graduated in 1983.
Yeah, you were an adult.
Okay, but still, I'm annoyed. Let me be annoyed.
I couldn't afford them either.
I never had them, but my friends and stuff had them because I couldn't afford them.
All right.
I can't afford to watch
my
now.
answers.
That's why I have a phone.
You were wrong.
We were wrong.
What? I'm wrong.
It was not. It was not Beat It. It was Thriller.
Oh my goodness.
I was wondering about that just because Thriller was a huge album, but is it Beat It? Want to be starting?
You're hurting my ears.
Sorry.
Wow.
Right. Well, we were right about the Rubik's Cube, but apparently 71% of the players got the whole album thing.
Okay. I don't feel so bad now.
We weren't getting Rolexes, LOL. Me neither.
No, we weren't.
Salute. Hey, Cypher 730. Let's see. And make sure I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. 71% of the people got that right. I guess we're in the bottom 29%.
That's all right.
But it's a 29, so there's that. I'd rather be in the bottom 29% than top 71% anyhow.
Honestly, I wasn't a huge Michael Jackson fan. You know, I remember hearing his music on the radio, but I didn't follow him or anything.
Yeah, I loved his. What's up, Cody?
I loved his album Off the Wall.
Yeah.
I like Weird Al Yankovic better. Eat it, don't you make me?
All right.
Have a little.
You can sing the whole thing if
I don't know. I don't even know the whole thing.
I know of Al Yankovic though.
Yeah,
he was funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
We were right about.
Just eat it, just eat it.
We were right about the Rubik's Cube. 99% of the people got that correct.
Okay.
I'd hate to get that one wrong.
I would too.
Yeah. Slap bracelet. 52% got it right.
52% got this right, and we are in the top 52%. Slap bracelets was the violent jewelry that tended to draw blood.
Mm-hmm. Violent. Jeez.
Violent, yeah.
Video tip, the radio star, the Buggles. I knew that one. We got that one right.
Yeah.
80% got that right.
86 got Care Bears right.
Yeah, because we did get Care Bears. Atari was correct.
80% got that right.
You were in the top 80%. I like this.
91%.
Well, it's not even it's 91% of that. I like what they said. A plethora of parental complaints halted the release of the animated series, and the movie release was a flop. But what I love about it is that he used the word plethora.
Yeah.
He must have had a Gary's $5 word book.
Hey, I've used that one, I think, before.
Yes,
well, I know I've used it. I just don't know
you've used it.
Video on it. Obviously, 96% of the people got the Top Gun reference.
Yep. Yeah, we only missed one.
Chia Pet. Have we missed? Oh, yeah, we did miss one, didn't we?
Yeah, the very first one.
The Michael Jackson one.
Yeah, that's right. Chia Pet was right. 88% of the people got that right. Colorful watch brand, we got the Swatch right. And almost perfect.
Almost perfect.
So close.
That's how my life is. Almost perfect.
Right.
All right. We can. It happened in the 80s. Remember 1986? That's tough. It happened in the 80s average. Do you remember 1982? Remember 1983? 80s
triumphs and disasters.
Okay. That's average.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and we're a pretty average group, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Crack cocaine into streets.
It's interesting that they could pinpoint that.
It's January. No, it's the Challenger explosion.
Yeah, it was the Challenger exploded.
Okay.
Because it was January 28th. Yep, definitely.
All right. On August 21st, 1986, a huge cloud of carbon dioxide killed 1,700 people. Where did this happen? Argentina, Cameroon, Brazil, or Afghanistan?
It was caused by a train wreck, too.
I believe it was Argentina, but don't take me at my word.
Well, Craig says Cameroon.
Was it Cameroon?
It may have been. I just know it happened by a train. It was caused by a train wreck.
I remember that because the tanks, I guess, split open or something.
Yep. They had.
Well, I don't know.
Well, let's go with Cameroon because I'm not confident in my.
We're gonna go with Craig on this one.
Yeah.
Cat Lynn says Afghanistan.
Who said? Oh, what? I hate to go against Craig, but hey, Snuckster 101, good to see you.
It was one of them foreign countries.
Well, Kat's
Wasn't
been
here.
really good on this, so I'm sorry, Craig. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, she's guessing. I'm guessing too, but we all got to guess at some point.
Right.
What did she say? Afghanistan?
I said
Yeah.
Argentina. She said Cameroon. Somebody said Cameroon and somebody said Afghanistan.
Right. So,
The last answer was Afghanistan that you said.
all right. Hey, Coyote, good to see you, brother. All right. The Pope was shot by a Turk. When? August 1980, May 1981, April 1980, March 1981. I don't have a clue.
I think it's April.
I think
1980,
so
because
too because I think it was
the
near
Easter.
Easter time.
Yeah.
Because he was in one of the. No, he wasn't.
Nope.
But he was
That-
riding through town.
That's when they came out of the
That's
bubble
when
car
they came
afterwards.
out with the covered thing. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
with
going
the
to say
bullet.
April 1980.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just a deduction there.
Well, we're going to go with it. Oh, this is funny. In 1982, which Michael Jackson album was a must-have? Hey,
I think we ought to say Thriller.
Eat it.
Just eat it, eat it, eat it. I must have hit the F11 button. Sorry. Oh, y'all know that's what happens when you're watching the browser and you hit F11. It eliminates the sides of it or the frame of it.
Hmm.
It's still there. You can hit F11 again and it'll come back to you. Which of the following did not happen in 1983? Smallpox is considered eradicated by the World Health Organization. The U.S. Embassy is bombed in Beirut, killing 40 people. Sally Ride became the first American woman to go into space. USSR shoots and destroys South Korean flight 007.
Did not
Sally
happen.
Ride. That's my answer. Y'all go.
That did not happen. We're sure it did not happen in 83.
I don't think Sally Ride went into space in 83, but I could be wrong.
I thought she was later, wasn't she?
That's what I thought too, later.
It's all good. It's all in fun.
She went on a space shuttle. I know that.
Well, we got to figure out something.
Gandalf says the flight 007, but
it could be any of those.
Honestly.
Well,
Gandalf, if it's okay with y'all, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
All right,
it's a crapshoot at this point.
It really is. Again, which of the following did not happen in 1988? I can't tell you that's the year I got married. Bobby McFerrin tells everyone, "Don't worry, be happy."
Don't worry.
That happened before them, I think. But I don't know. Pan Am Flight 103 explodes over Lockerbie, Scotland. Libyan terrorists are suspected. Black Monday, stock market drops 22%. Prozac is introduced.
I'm going to say it's a Black Monday.
That's what I was going to say too. It was again crapshoot.
I'm not sure that we sleep at some point.
Not very much so.
Not much.
It just catches up with us.
Yeah. What did we say? Black Monday?
Black Monday.
Yeah. That was my guess and Jerry's guess. You might have another guess.
Busby Adventures. Do you know which did not happen in 1988? Bobby McFerrin had his "Don't Worry, Be Happy" song. Pan Am Flight 103 explodes over Lockerbie, Scotland. Black Monday, where the stock market dropped 22%, and Prozac was introduced. I don't know. Black Monday. Catlin agrees with Black Monday, so I guess we're going to go with that. Which sport had a 42-day strike that
Baseball.
ended up?
Baseball. Anybody see my baseball?
All right. Any
Have you
other
seen my baseball?
opinions?
In
All right.
81.
On May 18th, 1980, which volcano erupted in
Mount St.
Washington?
Helens.
Yep.
I know that one to be.
Eddie
Listen to
cracked
what
me
we're
up. You say it so fast, like it was a race.
Well,
Shut up. I'm playing Call of Duty.
Okay.
I just thought it's because you real competitive, Eddie.
Well, that too.
Ooh,
The,
what was not in the 80s?
In the 1980s, it had its share of ups and downs as well. Which one was not in the 1980s? The fall of the Berlin Wall.
No, that happened.
Nope, that was 80s.
An earthquake disrupts the World Series between San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's.
No, that happened.
In the 70s, wasn't it?
I don't know. Geraldo Rivera gets his nose broke by a violent guest.
That was the 80s.
That happened.
Milli Vanilli returned their Grammy as they were lip
That
sync.
didn't happen.
See, now I don't know if that was 90s.
That didn't happen in the 80s.
Craig says Milli Vanilli,
Yeah.
and that happens.
What, did he lip sync?
Yeah, when they lip sync.
Yeah. I think that was 90s, but I'm not sure.
Our Gandalf also said Millie, and Busby said Millie.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Well, let's
Cat
go with
Lynn
that.
said Millie Vanilli as well. So
Okay.
we're definitely going with Millie Vanilli.
Yeah.
Blame it on the rain that was falling.
The next one's
Oh,
is
the
Exxon
next one is the
Valdez.
Exxon Valdez. Yeah.
That's right.
Exxon Valdez. All right, well, let me read it for the folks out in the
Okay, you can.
chat.
Yeah, he didn't even read it where I could answer. You know I'm not reading it.
What was the
Cheaters.
name of the ship that ran aground in Prince
The
William
Exxon
Sound?
Valdez.
And the choices are Exxon Valdez, Texaco Valdez, Mobile Valdez, or the Gulf
I
Valdez.
already answered.
I know. Exxon Valdez. All right.
That's funny.
And you were late.
All right. Y'all ready to see what the answers are?
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I got to ask the question.
Well, we're
we were
done. Uh-oh.
No.
It was Cameroon.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah. Who was that said Cameroon?
It was
it was
Craig,
probably
wasn't it?
Craig.
Yeah. I think
no,
Craig.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was Craig said
Okay,
Cameroon.
okay.
It
I
was
just looked back up.
May 81.
See, I can't remember what happened in the 80s or just a few minutes ago.
Well, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry, Coyote.
Oh, we were wrong about the Pope, Jerry.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's okay.
We're wrong.
40% got it right on this one. So
Well, it was a good guess, you know?
it was.
39% got that one right.
And
So
apparently May of 1981, not April of 1980.
Okay.
you
That's
only
okay.
missed by 13 months.
We were right about Thriller.
Yay! Uh-oh.
We were wrong about USSR.
No kidding.
It say the
Smallpox.
correct answer was smallpox is considered eradicated through the World Health Organization.
I thought that was later than that. Okay.
Well, it probably was because the question witches did not happen in 1983.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
So, which of the following did not happen in 1988? The answer that y'all gave and
Black
y'all
Monday.
got right was Black Monday.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, Coyote. Next time we'll give it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
All right. The question with y'all were right about it being baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Mount
course,
St.
it was
Helens?
Mount St. Helens.
Mm-hmm.
The
That was too
volcano
easy. That
that
was a
erupted
gimme.
in 1980.
All right.
Sorry,
He got it
Toad.
right. They got it right with the Milli Vanilli. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Everybody.
43% people got that.
I was
Yeah.
clueless.
Well, I guarantee you what, like 95% of the people in here got it right. So,
Yeah.
Toady.
which of the name of the ship that ran across? Everybody knows that was
Oh, yeah.
on Valdez. So,
Well, we
Oh,
got a
thanks, Gary.
70.
Thanks, Gary, calling me dumb.
That's passing.
I didn't call you dumb. In fact,
Like
you're pretty
everybody knows that.
well. That wasn't the only thing you answered. Besides, if you didn't answer it, then you would be dumb.
You didn't even hear the whole question, Devil Dog.
Well, he knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it off the bat. So, let's see. We've been 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I guess we could go a little longer.
Yeah, we can. There's nobody.
Hey, I ain't got no hurry.
There's nobody coming on after you.
Not that I know of. It was a big thing for them to get caught lip syncing. That was,
That was back then, wasn't it?
yeah.
Now they
and
do
I
it all the
remember
time.
The backup singers, or the backup singers, is the one that came forward and said something about it. Because
I'll be
they
back.
said, if I remember correctly, well, we remember the '80s, the awesome '80s. It happened in the '80s. I guess it really just matters whether we want an easy one, and for
They're
that
all
matter,
average.
do we want to
Yeah,
stick?
I'm
with that?
dumb. Make an easy one.
They're all average, Gary. Except for
I know
the
they're
first
all
two.
average. Well, we still got It Never Happened, which is very easy.
We want a hard one.
Okay.
No, we
Well,
don't
just-
want a hard one. I'm stupid.
We'll see
No,
how
you're
smart
not.
Eddie really is.
It was huge to me. Number 4. Okay, we'll go with number 4. An American Kid in the '80s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Of course,
Oh,
American Kid in the
I was
80s,
already an
I
adult
might
in
be
the
able to get
80s.
that one.
Well, who was the U.S. president for most of the '80s? I think we can all agree that
Jimmy Carter or
George
Reagan.
Bush.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
George Bush.
Yeah. I think we can
Yeah,
all
because
agree.
Carter was 70s.
By the way, do y'all remember that joke by Reagan?
Which
Uh,
one?
I mean,
There was
the one
lots of them.
the one about how he was over in Russia and he was talking about how, the driver was talking about, they were saying, well, in America, I can go into the president's office and bang on the desk, say, I don't like the way you run in this country. And the other fellow, the Russian says, I can do that. He said, you can do that? He said, yes, I can go into the president's desk and say, I don't like the way Ronald Reagan is running this country. I thought it was cute. That Reagan was funny. He had some funny stuff. What musical artist was given the title Queen of Pop? Madonna.
Unfortunately, it was Madonna.
Okay, well, let me read the options, and
Okay.
I agree with you. But Madonna, Selena, Cher, or Sheena E.
Who?
Any disagreements with Madonna? And I'm gonna give them a chance to respond in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't
It
saying
should have
nothing.
been Selena, but she got murdered.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was terrible.
Busby says Madonna as well, and so does Kat Lynn.
Okay.
All right, Coyote, do you have an answer? We're thinking it's Madonna.
I
I never did like her very much.
Well, I ain't gonna comment. He said Madonna as well, so we're gonna go with Madonna. What is Tang? Mineral water, orange drink,
I know,
lemonade, or
but I ain't
ginger
answering.
Orange
Y'all
drink.
got to give them a chance to answer.
Everyone
just
knows
said
that, though.
Well, this is multiple choice. Everybody's got welcome to what they think.
Nobody's
So-
going to get that one wrong. Nobody's gonna
Nobody
argue about
should get
that.
it wrong.
Well, not if you don't give them a chance to get it wrong.
Well, we're going to give them a chance.
Well, still.
Go ahead, y'all. Go write something
The
down and get it
options.
wrong.
Here are the options: mineral
what?
water, orange drink, lemonade, or ginger beer. Coyote says orange drink.
Still, see the
So
thing
does
is,
Cat Lynn.
it ain't about them getting it wrong either. It's about giving them a chance to get it right. Make them feel smart.
I agree. Gandalf says orange. So does Busby Adventures. Orange drink. Vitamin C orange drink is what Luke Baker says. And
It was
I think
what the astronauts drank.
yeah.
That's what they told us anyhow.
All right.
That's what it was developed for.
Right.
What TV show featured a band of crime fighters who drove a van?
Scooby-Doo.
No, don't answer it. Scooby-Doo's not on here. That would be
Wait a
good
minute.
answer, though.
It was Scooby-Doo.
I know the answer. No, I know the answer. No,
It was
it's a different one.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, well the options here are Chips, Hill Street Blues, Cagney and Lacey, the A-Team. Busby
A-Team.
Adventures says
sorry.
the A-Team. Coyote says the A-Team.
Was it? It must be the A-Team then.
It is the A-Team.
Atypical. Good to see you, by the way. The A-Team.
Is that the one that had the I Pity the Fool guy on it?
Yes, Mr. T.
Okay.
Which was
And
B.A.
Murdoch.
Baracus, and then you
And
had
had
Murdoch,
Murdoch.
which was the crazy one.
My daughter
he really wasn't
loved
crazy.
Mr. T.
And then you had B.A. Baracus, you had Murdoch, you had Face, and you had Hannibal.
And I
Oh,
love it when a
darn.
plan comes together.
I love it when a plan comes together. That's right.
Right.
That is the
What
A-Team.
we have here is a failure to communicate.
Now that wasn't
A-Team.
the A-Team.
No.
That was.
I know.
I actually watched that movie the other day.
Did you?
Cool
I
Hand
ate 50 eggs.
Cool Hand Luke. All right, who was the WWF's world champion throughout a large part of the 80s?
I know.
Triple
I know
H.
the answer. No, not Triple H. He wasn't even in there.
Oh, but he was the best one of the whole bunch.
No,
Well,
he
it's
wasn't.
2 words.
I know who it is. Hush, Gary. I'm giving him a chance to answer, but I know this answer.
I do
Nope.
too.
Nope.
Oh, I know who it was.
Hush. Yep, he got it. Busby got it.
Dusty
Well-
Rhodes.
But
That's
no,
what I'm saying. That's what I was saying
Oh,
too.
it
Hulk
wasn't
Hogan.
Dusty Rhodes. Busby got it.
Atypical.
That was the
said
70s
Jake
then, I
Knight,
guess.
Kent Hollywood.
Who was
What?
it?
Busby got it.
Yeah, I mean it's. I was
I
I
pretty
can't
sure.
see what Busby wrote.
Hulk Hogan.
Are you
His name
kidding
is
me?
Terry.
No, it was Hulk Hogan in the 80s. That's when I
His name
watched
is
it.
Terry.
I believe that's right. We'll find out.
Yes, his name was Terry, but it was Hulk Hogan.
I'll be
The
darned.
stage name was Hulk Hogan.
Which of the action figures was not introduced in the 1980s? He-Man,
I
G.I. Joe, RoboCop, Shogun Warrior. And I think I know this one, but I ain't saying either.
I'm
In
gonna-
fact, I know.
I
think
know
it
who
too.
it is, but I ain't going to say. I think I know who it is.
Oh, I don't have any doubt about this one.
I kind of
He-Man,
know.
almost
G.I.
positive.
Joe, RoboCop, or Shogun Warrior. Right, Coyote says he don't know. Gandalf says Robo. Busby said the last one.
Well,
Atypical said RoboCop. I'm not sure. He-Man, Luke Baker. I know the first 2 were in the 80s.
no.
G.I. Joe was earlier.
Yeah, Joe
than that.
was way before the
G.I.
80s.
Joe was before that.
What?
It was
About
back
the same
in
No,
time
it
Barbie
was
came
not.
out?
G.I. Joe was in the 80s.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
G.I. Joe
No,
was
it
was.
60s or 70s.
Eddie,
No, it was
I
not.
had
Eddie.
one in the 70s. My brother
Eddie.
used to play
What?
with it.
I am old. I was in the 70s. Had one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In the
Whatever,
80s, I was
whatever.
already in the military.
Whatever.
It was
y'all
a
are
GI
wrong, but
Joe.
Go ahead. Whatever. Y'all
We ain't
are
wrong.
GI Joe.
Well, let me
Y'all are
ask you,
wrong, but
Devil
go ahead.
Dog.
Nope.
Let me
nope,
ask
I
you-
ain't answering. Nope.
Okay.
You should.
I'm pretty sure it's G.I. Joe.
I'm
Okay, y'all
pretty
are
sure it's
right.
G.I.
Whatever.
Joe.
I'm wrong.
Well,
GI Joe
Devil
was in the
Dog,
60s.
I remember having a G.I. Joe,
Okay,
when
fine.
I was just
Maybe
a
it
kid.
was. Maybe it was.
but that's why I'm going that route. I could be wrong. I know my baby brother, Jeremy, who, he had a He-Man, and that's what he was into.
Mhm.
RoboCop, I don't even know Shogun Warrior. And RoboCop, I remember watching the show. It seems like I was a teenager or something at that time. So Cat Lynn said my brothers had Skeletor's Mountain. That's cool. Yeah, that was,
Remember Stretch Armstrong?
I
Yeah.
do.
He was cool.
He had a red goo, inside of him.
Yeah.
A lot of people tore him up.
G.I. Joe was introduced in 1964.
Yeah, I know it's been a while. What brand of eau de cologne was made popular in the 80s?
Polo.
Polo, Realm, CK1, or none of these? I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to wait to see what other people say.
Did you not hear me?
What did you say?
Never mind. I ain't saying it.
What is that supposed to mean? What's that EAU declo?
It's just a cologne.
Eau de cologne.
Eau de Tolo.
It just means perfume.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
I was looking for Drakkar Noir on there,
I
Buzz.
love that stuff. That
In
smells
fact-
amazing.
Y'all gonna think I'm set in my ways.
You sure are. Look at you.
Woo!
Woo.
You make Tammy get up.
You can't have none, Tammy, if you get up. All right. All right. Did anybody else Drakkar Noir? That's not one of the options.
No, it's Polo, I believe.
Cologne, yeah, smelly good stuff.
I remember that
Call it
green
polo
bottle.
water.
English leather isn't an option either.
We should call it polo water.
Shoot, my
Before
dad
that-
wore English leather when I was a little tiny youngin'.
That's what I'm thinking. It's polo.
Yeah.
It was the white cologne, with the white bottle cologne that my
Did it have
grandpa
a-
used to use. What
Old
was it called?
Spice.
Old Spice. Yeah,
Old
that's
Spice.
it.
Yeah. Hey, I still wear Old Spice.
Of course, you're old.
Oh no, that was Irish Spring.
Okay.
I think I know this one.
kind of
I think I know
jacket?
the answer to this.
What kind of jacket would a kid wear in the kid of the 80s worn?
Oh, I know this too.
I think I do too. But,
I have no idea.
I remember this just because I didn't have one. I never had all the good stuff.
It wasn't
Yeah.
those silk jackets, was it?
No, you're thinking, I think, a parachute, windbreakers. That it's a particular brand of jacket.
Quit taking
You
my
know,
phone.
North Face.
No, that was more like 90s or 2000s or something. That's more of
Oh, I know.
It's
Members
2 words.
only.
That's right. That's what I think it is.
That's what I think too.
It took me a
Members
while.
only. OFNA got it. Hey, I didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming in. I believe it's a members only as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
type
is.
it in there.
All right.
I think only the boys wore that though.
Yeah. I was
don't
thinking
know any girls
Letterman's
that wore
jacket at first.
Oh, members only. All right. Everybody knows this or should. What car company made the Trans Am?
Go ahead
Chevrolet,
and mark it.
I
'cause
know
we
this.
all
I
know
know
it.
this. I know this.
Chevrolet, Buick, Ford, or Pontiac. I'm gonna let somebody else say it.
I know it.
All right,
I know
go
it.
ahead, y'all.
I know it. I know it.
Chat, say it.
We'll let Devil Dog say it, but we want to wait till somebody in the chat says it first.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you know it. I know you know it.
This,
Well, we know everybody
Pink
knows
ones for
that.
girls. I didn't know that. Members only, had pink ones for girls. I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that either.
It was not Chevy, Catlin. It was not Chevy. Atypical.
not Chevy.
No.
Chevy.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of the options. I shouldn't say that until after.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that, cheater.
I'm sorry.
Well, he narrowed it down.
I will tell you, it's
not
either
50-50.
it's either Buick, Ford, or Pontiac.
Yeah.
Grant Gandalf says Pontiac. Busby Chevrolet Wright said Toyo wasn't an option, Coyote. Do you want to say it, Devil Dog?
Pontiac.
That's right.
That's right.
Pontiac Grand Am.
Pontiac Trans Am as well.
Chevy, Camaro,
Mustang for Ford.
Buick Olds 442.
Oh
Ford,
yeah.
you know, you had Ford Falcon, Ford
You going way
Ford,
back.
Ford Fairlane, Ford
Ford
Taurus,
Mustang.
Ford Tempo, Ford Mustang.
Ford
All right.
Pinto.
All right. Who is
you notice
Paul?
there's no Dodges up there, right? You realize that?
Dodge
Dodge.
Dakota.
That's right.
That was a Challenger, wasn't it?
Dodge had
Dodge
Challenger, yeah,
does have Challengers.
and still do. They
Paul
brought them
Rubens.
back. Paul
That
Rubens. Paul Rubens, better known as Bozo, Captain
Crocodile.
Kangaroo.
Whoops, sorry.
Crocodile Dundee.
It ain't Crocodile Dundee.
That's Paul
Paul
Hogan.
Hogan. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but
ain't
this
that
is
what you
Paul
said?
Rubens.
Oh,
Paul
okay.
Rubens.
Paul Rubens is better known as Bozo,
Oh, I thought you said
No,
Paul
I know who
Hogan.
it is. I know
No.
who it is.
Captain
That was his too, I
Kangaroo,
think.
Pee Wee Herman, or Big Paul. Le Mans
I think
DD. Now, interesting enough, I believe you could get a lot of people use Le Mans to clone into a GTO, and I think you might have been able to get a GTO on like a 65 Le Mans maybe, but
We got
Busby
3
says
people.
Pee Wee, Gandalf
Yep.
says Pee Wee.
Anyway, Emily says 3 a bit. Oh, hi, Carl.
That's right. There is no OFNA guy says he built a bunch of hot rods. I love the old muscle cars.
Me too.
Pee
And,
Wee Herman.
All right, so I think anybody argue with Pee Wee Herman?
Nope.
I won't either, because that's who I was thinking it was.
And
Yeah,
the
the
answers
64
are
Le Mans. I bet that was nice. You know, the 64 Tempest is what they made the GTO, had GTO option of, and that, you know, the Le Mans and the anyhow. All right, that's
I had
10
a
questions.
64
That was
Dodge Dart.
Poppy's first car was a Le Mans.
Oh, cool. I once had a 66 Tempest. Of course, I've had a 66 GTO, a 67 GTO, and a 69 GTO.
I had a
Uh,
64
I had a
Dodge Dart.
74 Monte Carlo.
I
It
had
was
a 79 Chevy Nova.
a boat,
Cool.
but I loved it.
Yes, I am.
Talking about
Catland.
boats.
I am
He
in
is.
2 channels. In fact, if you look at the top, Cat, you will see a link that takes you to my other channel.
Talking
And
about a boat.
I've got 2 streams going at the same time.
I used to have a Plymouth Fury.
Ooh, my dad had one of those.
Cool.
That was an ex-highway patrol car, and man, that sucker was fast, but it sure
First
sucked
car
the
was a
fuel.
62.
I bet he was.
Nice. Oh, those Monte Carlo SSs were beautiful.
Yeah, they were. Was that the black ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked a lot like a Hearst
Regal.
too.
Submit.
All right, let's take a look at the answers.
Okay. Oh, we're doing good on this one.
We are. Yes to Ronald Reagan. Yes to Madonna. And yes to Orange Drink. 93%, 92%, 97%. What TV show? The A Team. Of course, we can pat ourselves on the back for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan, we were right.
Wow.
G.I. Joe, we were right. Only 29% of the people got that one right, though.
No
Wow.
kidding.
Yeah, it was. G.I. Joe was earlier. I don't know. Hey, Google.
Wait.
What?
Oh, man.
I told you it was 1964.
Well,
That's
I don't
right.
doubt that, but, you know, I was going to ask Google, let it say it.
Oh, okay, you can. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Google, what year did G.I. Joe's come out?
Here's what I understood from the website Britannica.com. Joe, line of military-themed dolls and action figures created in 1964 by Hasbro. Do you want a little more context?
No, but you can increase volume to 85%. Thank you. It was 1964. So that's cool.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey, Google, shut up.
Nobody is surprised.
All right. What brand of eau de cologne? We got it right. It was Polo.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I was. Hey, if it had said Dracar Noir, I would have picked that one.
I would have too, because that was my favorite.
That was mine too. Still is. Of course.
Dracar Noir was in the 90s.
Hey Google, when did Dracar Noir come out?
According to Wikipedia.org, in the United States, the series originally debuted on Nickelodeon on the 6th of December 2015.
What?
You want a little more context?
No, you're missing the question.
You're dumb, Google. You're dumb.
It may have been in the 80s, but Polo. It may have been in the 80s, but Polo was big.
Okay.
You with the game computer.
What time? Can't.
What time you can't?
Hey Google, what year did the fragrance Dracar come out?
1982. On the website Amazon.com, they say, launched by the storied French fashion house Guy Laroche in 1982, the vintage Dracar Noir Eau de Toilette for men gained worldwide fame, and the scent remains a designer cologne classic 30 years later.
Yeah.
To find out more, click the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Well, that does make me worry a little bit, though, because it said 1982, but it said it remains popular 30 years later. Trouble is, that puts it around 2020 or 2012. So
Yeah.
That's just
The,
that update she
That's
has.
saying you're freaking real old. I was only 10 years old in 82.
well, I graduated in 1983.
Eddie, you're
It's
such
pretty
a
bad.
puppy.
It's pretty bad when you're the youngest one on a panel of old people.
Yeah, you know, you're such a puppy. 82.
Right.
Hey,
He's just a
when you
young
were
and young
10 years
athlete.
old, I had already done 4 years of service.
You have to overlook Devil Dog. He's just a youngin'.
He's just
What
a
year
young
did you graduate, Devil Dog?
90.
90. I had my third youngin' by the time the 1990 rolled around.
All right, number 8. Members only is correct.
Okay.
Only 24% of the players got that correct.
Huh.
82%, you know, every 12-year-old boy's dream car is a Pontiac Trans Am.
Heck yeah. And Billy Madison, too. He had one.
Yeah, I remember that.
On the run.
I love Billy Madison.
Pee-wee Herman Wright. So apparently we got 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
Well, you did
Stop,
good too.
Yay.
You know, Cat Lynn and the chat, because
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
y'all have done really well. And apparently 94% got the Pee-wee
You Herman.
Herman. I wasn't exactly positive, but I thought that was him.
There
Who
you go. Now,
knows?
there you go. Tough one.
Who was
We need a
Captain
tough one.
Kangaroo? What was his name?
Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah.
Well, I can ask Google if you want.
Well, Google probably ain't going to know. She didn't know the other one.
Well, I think you got none. Well, I'm sorry, atypical. I really am. All right. Google. Who played Captain Kangaroo? She's pouting.
Now she's deaf.
She's just pouting. She got mad at me for calling her stupid.
And now she's pouting about it.
Google.
That's funny.
Who played Captain Kangaroo?
He's going to slap her now.
Watching Captain Kangaroo. Don't tell
Who
me
was Captain Kangaroo?
I have nothing to do.
Google. Google.
Say, hey, Google.
Hey, Google. Who played Captain Kangaroo?
There are 14 people in the cast of Captain Kangaroo. Here are the first 3: Bob Keeshan, Cosmo, Gus Allegretti, and Hugh Branham.
Bob Keeshan.
Yep.
Yeah. It was pouting and waited till I picked it up and held it, gave it some attention before we would answer.
Sometimes you just got to pet the dog.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. It wanted attention.
apparently.
Well, she
Well, I
just
try and
didn't want
sleep
to answer.
because it's 3:00 in the morning.
Well, is it 3:00 in the morning?
Well, it's 2:30 here, so it's got to be
30.
3:30 there, right?
Yeah, it's well, how many folks? We got 18 people in here.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Amazing.
there.
So, I mean,
So let's do a tough one. That's what made it more
Yeah, do a
challenging.
really hard one.
okay, we'll do a hard one. All right. Very easy, easier,
I'll be surprised if I get even one of these wrong.
tough. All right, remember 1986
No,
or
don't do that.
remember 1983?
Yeah, 83.
83.
Okay, I stand a better chance of remembering 83 than I do 86 anyhow.
86
I
has
don't know
a
if
lot
I
of
do.
repeats in it, I bet.
Well, I graduated in 1983. By 86, that was before I got married, so I was out. Well, let's
You
just
were
say
out having a big time, weren't you?
I was having fun. So
Yeah.
I wasn't paying much attention to anything back then but women. So, which USA holiday was created in 1983? Is it?
Oh, I know.
Okay, well, let me read them.
Okay, go ahead.
That way we get some input from the
From the chat.
Columbus Day, President's Day,
President.
Martin Luther King Day, or Memorial Day. He said it was a blur.
It was a blur.
Who said that?
That's what OFNA said. Guy
Well.
said. He said it was a blur. You know, to me, about 1986. At least half the year I was, working on going into high school. So, who is Captain Penny? I don't know. King is what Gandalf says.
That's what I
Martin
think,
Luther
too.
King. That sounds right to me.
It does sound right.
And no clue on that one. Atypical says Pancake Day. I don't see a Pancake Day option. So we're going to go to Martin Luther King.
No, it's President's Day. Whatever.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
Nuh-uh, because lived in Jacksonville, Florida, and one of the DJs there got in a whole lot of trouble and got fired because he said something ugly about Martin Luther King Day, and I remember it like it was yesterday because everybody was like, "Oh, did he say that?" And he really did say that.
Country won the yacht's most improved race. Well, most important race, the American Cup.
Blur Day. Sounds good to me. It was Blur Day. Well, in 1984, it was Blur Day, to be fair. 75 to 85 was a blur.
Oh, Australia always wins that.
No, not in 83.
Well,
No, oh, okay.
it's either going to be President's Day or Martin Luther King Day, but because somebody in the chat, had Gandalf said, President's Day, and also
How come we can't pick both of them?
Charlotte said that as well. I don't know, so I was thinking it was Martin Luther King Day.
Charlotte said Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, I said Martin Luther King.
I said President's Day, but
Okay.
Martin Luther
Dog
King
said President's Day.
Wait a minute, the USA won that year, didn't they, Jerry?
I think it was Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, they can pick Martin Luther King Day. I don't care.
Okay. Well, we'll find out in the end. Anyhow.
Yep. You stay tuned.
Which country won yachting's most important race in the America's Cup? New Zealand, Australia.
America, because it's America's Cup. What do you think?
In 1983.
In 83.
It was.
I think it was the U.S.
It was the USA.
Well, now
because I remember watching it on TV.
Well, Gandalf said it was President's Day.
No, number 2. We're already at number 2.
Yeah, we're 2.
We went ahead of you, Gary.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We're answer 1.
We'll have to wait and see if what on that
right or wrong.
Right or wrong. They combined Washington and Lincoln's birthdays. That's right. I do remember that.
It could be.
Well, now they did do that, but I think I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe it.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
all right.
No, don't pick what Devil Dog says.
Hey, this is not about you, Devil Dog.
Oh, it's
Right.
not. I thought it was.
No, I mean I love you like a brother and everything, but this is about an overall, getting
Okay, well,
together.
pick Martin Luther King Day. I don't care.
Well, we went President's Day.
No.
King Day was
Oh,
later.
if any
Maybe
giant
they
didn't
did.
hit
Hey,
live.
maybe they
pretty
did both
sure.
of them the same year.
Hit the
Y'all
live
were
button so you make sure you're
arguing with me.
up to time.
Gandalf seems pretty sure, so
Okay.
you know, King Day was later. All right, I'm confused
Okay.
too. Atypical.
Y'all
I'm
were
3
arguing.
behind.
Maybe that was King's Day, so you keep King's Day.
Hey, which
USA.
country won yachting's most important race, the America's Cup? Was it New Zealand, Australia, Great Britain, or USA?
In '83, it was USA, and the pilot was from San Diego.
No.
Okay, Busby Adventures. The question is, which country won yachting's most important race, the America's Cup? Hit all the above button. I don't think that's an option.
Not an option.
Not an option.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Thank you. All right.
Nikki.
Do you hear him? He's speaking to you.
I ain't gonna answer him.
Hey,
up, Jerry.
we are
You never
streaming
do.
to Cute Critters. So, all right. Any guesses?
I'm saying the USA.
Yep. I'm with Jerry.
All right. I'm going to be the wild card here. I'm going to say USA, but I'm going to say I think it was New Zealand. Busby says Australia. Gandalf says Australia.
Australia always wins.
Why is Australia blue for?
Well, because it's probably the right answer. If you don't,
over it.
I think. Oh, that was because I had
You had your cursor on it.
I had my cursor on it. That's why it said it read blue. But well, we had Gandalf and Busby both said Australia. The chat or the folks on panel said USA. So USA. Hey, y'all are probably right, but I don't know. We'll find out we'll find out in the end. Does Google say she is mad still? I don't know. I'm not talking to her right now.
He's mad at her.
I'm mad. I'm upset with her. So,
well, if she'd answer a question now and then.
well, if she would behave, I tell you what, I'll ask her a question, and if she answers it right, I will not. I won't be mad at her.
Well, now don't forget, you have to say, "Hey, Google."
Okay.
Okay.
Hey Google, who am I?
Your name is Batman.
That's right. So,
well, she got
all
it right.
is forgiven, Google. All right. Excerpts from Hitler's diary published in 1983 proved to be fake. True or false?
I have no idea.
Don't remember.
I remember that.
I do not.
I remember I remember that when that thing came up. All right. Do y'all think that excerpts from Hitler's diaries published in 1983 proved to be fake? True or false?
Well,
Busby Venture says true. I'm going to concur. Depends on the publisher.
I have no idea. I never read.
I know they were proved to be false,
Yeah.
to be fake. But and apparently it was published in 1983. But I do remember that they proved it was wrong. It was a very clever forgery.
Hey, let me ask you this: if you say that's false, is that a double negative? So that makes it true?
No,
Ouch.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh man.
It depends if say true. I do remember that happening. Cat Lynn said not sure. Atypical said true and false. I, she's using my methods that I use over in when I'm doing life with mountain folk, which is actually where I got this website from. Fred sent it to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Fred's good people, and I love it.
Well, that was nice of him.
It was. Fred's good people. And I love going to his Wednesday night trivia.
Mm-hmm.
The trouble is, sometimes I don't know the answer, so I usually just say Kathy Ireland.
Kathy Ireland.
Hey, babe. Yeah, I'll come to bed shortly. Where did the play Glengarry?
Kathy Ireland.
Where did the play Glengarry Glen Ross have its premiere performance? Was it in New York, USA, London, England, Chicago, USA, or Montreal, Canada?
I don't even know what that play is.
Neither do I.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, she is hot. Thank you for that.
Is it a she?
Kathy Ireland? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Kathy
totally,
Ireland. Kathy Ireland is a she. At least
I know that. I thought they were talking about the play.
Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Name.
I did know that he was born on 420. A lot of people may not know, but Hitler was born on 420.
No kidding.
Yeah, and that's also National Dope Smoking Day or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
would.
he was a cocaine addict or something, wasn't he?
Methamphetamine, I think.
Oh, was that what it was?
I think he's behind the dope about marijuana.
Well,
some kind of dope.
Well, are there any guesses as to where it debuted?
I'm going to say New York.
Chicago. I don't know.
I'm going to say New York.
Well, New York is the place most plays debut if they're Broadway.
Green Acres.
But I've never heard this.
Yeah, Hitler was an artist, a failed artist at that, but I didn't know that. Who was the first American woman in space?
Well, that would be Sally Ride.
There you go.
Sally Ride. Save data. It's asking if Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
We could put Hulk Hogan in there just to see if it, just for fun. What was the TV miniseries based on the book by an Australian writer? Was it
Crocodile Dundee?
Nope.
Well, Roots.
Neighbors.
Nope. That was 70s.
Breaker Morant or the
Thornbirds.
I think it. Well, let's wait for the chat.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure you're right.
I read it.
I hadn't, but I remember.
And it was a mini series on TV, and it says that right there. So my parents watched that. They wouldn't allow me to watch it because I was apparently too young.
Busby said Dr. Quinn.
Dr. Quinn. Hey, I liked her too.
Gandalf said Thornbirds.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Well, we've got 3 Thornbirds, so we're going to go with Thornbirds. All right. Number 7. Which of these was not introduced in the USA in 1993? Cell phones, Trivial Pursuit, Cabbage Patch Dolls, or compact disc player? Luke says Medicine Woman.
I'm going to say cellular phones. Were not introduced in 93.
I remember one, the earliest one I ever saw. It seems like I was older than that.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw one.
Mm-hmm.
Busby said
Magnum P.I. had a car phone, but that wasn't the same as a cell phone, was it?
No.
Hey, Peace Dragon, good to see you. I have a miniature Schnauzer and a Boston Terrier. Peace Dragon was asking what kind of dogs I have. Devil Dog's got 4 Boston Terriers.
Radio Jonesy.
Radio Jonesy says, "Who cares?
We care."
Well, it's part of the.
It's the game.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's like hoof arted.
Hoof
Yeah.
Heart.
It's Hoof-Hearted game. It's like that game.
Busby said Cabbage Patch Dolls, and
No.
Coyote said cell phone.
I'm saying cell phone.
I'm going to join the crowd and say cell phone too.
Catlin said not cell phone.
No?
No.
Which was
So
not
she's-
introduced
Oh,
in
yeah. Okay.
1983.
Okay.
What does that mean? That not cell phones, or they weren't there? Okay. Well, hey, we'll just go with cell phones.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, Gandalf, or Busby Adventures. We'll know in a minute if we were right or wrong.
Who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1983? Devil Dog.
I think
Oh.
No, I didn't.
who won the
Mother
Nobel Peace Prize in 1983? Mother
Devil Dog.
Teresa, Desmond Tutu, Lech Walesa, or Dalai Lama.
I'd say it's
Jailbird.
Devil Dog.
I'm thinking Desmond Tutu, but y'all go ahead and figure it all out.
I
have
think
no
it was
idea.
Mother Teresa.
Well, that was my.
83?
I think it was Mother Teresa. That's who I think it was.
It's between the two. I know
Really?
that.
Boy, I must have been asleep the last 40 years. I
Busby
remember her
says,
getting it.
contact this, my wife says. Okay, well, we've got a couple different answers. We'll figure it, find out in a little bit.
His wife said what?
The TV was-
Contact this, my Busby Adventure says. As far as what the right answer is, I'm not sure on the years. I think Mother Teresa too, Cat Lynn.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the years either.
All right, we're just gonna go with Mother Teresa.
Okay, let's do that.
Does the girlie have a channel? Can't see her channel name. Yes, she does.
Gulf Coast Granny.
Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, Granny, if you would hop into the YouTube police and type 29 so that they can get your link, if you don't mind.
okay.
And if well, let's see. Hang on, I can do it.
Okay.
Take me just a second to do it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
All right. Here is Gulf Coast Granny's link. I'll put it in two different chats. Somebody will have to grab it if they want to put it over in. I don't have Jerry's pulled up at the moment.
I got it. I'll pull it up and do it.
Thank you.
I'll
And
just copy it
while I'm at it,
I'll just
let me
copy it
pull
out
up.
of StreamYard and paste it in there. Look at that. Popped right in.
Let me see if I can get Butler. Let me drop. There we go. Butler Family Farm. I'll drop your link in these two chats as well.
I don't have to drop that one in mine.
All right, because well, I know because they're already there.
Yeah.
All right, and Devil Dog. For some reason, when I try to link to Devil Dogs, it doesn't work. But I can. This is Devil Dog's link right here. Please make sure that y'all connect to all these folks. Let's see. I think that's everybody on the chat, isn't it? I can't see the thing at the moment. That's everybody on the panel. All right, back over here. Which European monarch died in 1983? King Leopold III of Belgium, King George IV of Great Britain, King Olaf V of Norway, or King Gustav VI of Sweden?
It's one of the kings.
I think I know who that is, actually.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I don't have a clue. Well,
the only reason why I think I know it, and I could be wrong, was because there was a meeting of like 6, 7, 8 different kings at one time, and they've never met. They've never met again since then. It was for a funeral. Anyhow, I think.
no.
It could be King Leopold, but I'll tell you who I thought it was. I remember seeing the picture, and that's the only reason why I think it was Sweden. King
That's what I was
Gustav,
going to guess was Sweden.
Gustav. Busby is saying Olaf of
But
Norway.
again, it would have just been a guess.
Well, it was one of those countries, Finland, Norway, or Sweden. You know,
It was
I
one of
think they're
those kings.
Those real
Oh,
Northern European countries.
Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it.
My daughter wants to go to Norway.
Well, we're just going to guess because we ain't right about a lot of these things. So
Right.
we're just going to go with Olaf.
Okay.
What country did U.S. troops invade in 1983? Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to cut to the chase on that. Tammy's done come in here and asked
Get
me.
your butt in bed.
Yeah, so I don't tend to
Hey,
aggravate her.
if a woman asked me to go to bed, I'd be right there.
Well,
Ow, got eat mushy.
all right,
I
we
don't-
were wrong. It was not President's Day. It was Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, I was right.
4-1
Just
for y'all.
saying.
I told y'all.
It
I
was
told
not
y'all.
USA. It was
It was
Australia.
Oh, it was Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not it was true. It's true that it was proved to be fake. That's
Okay.
true. We were wrong on Glengarry
London.
Ross. I think
Well, I'm not
maybe Cat
surprised.
Lynn, I think, guessed at London, England. Who was the first American one? Sally Ride. You
That's
got
right.
that right, Charlotte.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Thornbirds. A lot of folks were right on that one.
Oh,
We were
Trivial
wrong.
Pursuit.
We put cellular phones. It was Trivial Pursuit.
Wow, that's
It
darn.
was not Mother Teresa. It was Lech Walesa.
Huh.
It says Desmond Tutu won in
Was the
84,
next year.
Dalai Lama in 89, and Mother Teresa in 1979. So I should have known that one.
that cellular phone one's interesting.
Hey, I spent too much time chasing women back then.
So it was King Belgium? Really?
It was Belgium.
Huh.
Became king 1934.
I
Well, I
told
feel
y'all.
like I kind of learned something.
I told y'all not to do a dang hard one.
Hey, we learned something this way. I learned something.
Yeah.
We did get the Grenada one right.
Jerry, you're old. You're not going to remember it anyway.
Ooh, only 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're gonna have to go back to the 80s. Ooh, no.
Hey, I appreciate everybody playing. I wish I could stay, but my
I'm
wife.
still better
has got
looking,
me called.
though, dog. I may be older, but I'm still better looking.
Hey, if Devil Dog wants, he can stay up.
No.
All right. I'm just saying,
I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I am too.
Hey, thank y'all for coming in.
sleepy.
I do. Hey, if y'all would mention, type some. If you're in the chat, please type something, and it doesn't have to be the word something. Just make sure. Well, I got on. I was, Devil Dog got me on that one yesterday, I think, or the day before.
Yes, I did.
Well, it was good seeing you.
Nice seeing you.
Thanks for having me on. Y'all take care. Thanks, chat. It was fun
Nice-
playing the game.
It
Take
was
care.
nice
Bye.
seeing you, Devil Dog.
Thanks for.
Yeah, nice seeing you too.
Thank you, Atypical, Gandalf Skit, Smith, Cat
Hey,
Lynn,
Gandalf.
Luke Baker, RVA. Thank you, Busby Adventures, and thank you, Gandalf. I've had a lot of fun, and thank
was
you,
fun.
Peace Dragon.
And it was educating.
And I'm not sure who all's in your chat right now,
Oh,
Jerry.
Gandalf's in there, and there's only and probably Devil Dog is in there. So it says
I'm
3.
in
Well, I think Buzz.
So myself and Gandalf and Devil Dog is it. I think
Okay.
everybody else is probably went to sleep.
Well, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. We've gone almost 3 hours. But thank y'all for coming in. God bless y'all for all your support. Hopefully we'll be able to return the favor. We're going in 3, 2,
Yes, it is.
1.
Butler Family Farm.